What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and January 17th marks 29 years since the 1994 Northridge earthquake. That was the most terrified I'd ever been in my life, but more importantly, it was the most destructive earthquake in almost 90 years. I want to talk about the history of the earthquake as well as the legacy that it's left in Los Angeles and beyond. Let's get into it.
We're here in the Channel 4 newsroom, as you folks, there's no surprise. For you folks this morning, we've been hit with a major earthquake. Right now, we're trying to basically gather some more information, trying to figure out where this has been centered. I'm not sure if we can take a look around that right now, but half the newsroom behind me has been disheveled. A lot of television monitors knocked.
The earthquake struck the middle of the San Fernando Valley just before 4:31 a.m. on the morning of January 17th. It lasted only 10 to 20 seconds, but the peak ground acceleration was higher than any earthquake ever reported, and it was the first earthquake to strike directly under an urban area since the destructive 1933 Long Beach earthquake. Damage was immediate and it was palpable. Fires broke out in at least 6 different communities. Freeways collapsed. Homes careened down cliffs on PCH, and many homes and apartment buildings suffered irreparable damage. Though the earthquake was immediately and still known as the Northridge earthquake, the epicenter was actually in Reseda on a previously undiscovered blind thrust fault line. For those that experienced the earthquake, it's hard to remember that it was only 10 to 20 seconds and it caused this much damage. The thrusts were immediate and deep, and there were 2 aftershocks that followed, one minute later, that were 6.0 or greater. Shaking was felt as far away as Ensenada, Las Vegas, and there was damage even to the Anaheim Stadium, which had a scoreboard collapse. The biggest toll, of course, was the human toll. Many homes and apartments were red tagged and people were not allowed to go back in, so community centers were set up for people to sleep, sometimes for weeks on end. Water supplies were also cut, so lines like this were not uncommon all throughout the greater region. 57 people perished and more than 9,000 were injured. The property damage was widespread and was estimated to be around $40 billion or $93 billion in today's money, amongst the costliest disasters in United States history. Part of the legacy was typical LA stuff. They sold Northridge earthquake t-shirts. There was earthquake anxiety therapy in the aftermath. And nary an institution escaped without at least some form of damage from the massive earthquake. It really did usher in a new era of earthquake research and efforts at earthquake prediction. There's real-time earthquake feeds available on basically every platform, and the state of California has even rolled out an earthquake warning app called My Shake. It'll send you push notifications before the earthquake comes to your area because it tracks underground waves. January 17, 1994 is a day I will never forget, and I know it's the same for a lot of you. Leave your memories in the comments. It's hard to believe it's been 29 years. All right, LA, it's been a minute.